Hi, I'm Terry Lyles. This is another version of Performance Under Pressure. I'm really excited to be here today, and I have a special guest that I want to share with you and a product line. It's a new launch I'm really excited about as well. But October 23rd, I'm going to do a Performance Under Pressure Zoominar, and you can file yourself and sign up for that at E7, that's ESVYN.com. And that's the main link. And what happens is you get a shirt that E7 has created for you as my title sponsor, and it says Performance Under Pressure. And you also get a signed copy of my book that we will deliver to you. So that's part of that. So when you go to the website, ESVYN.com, you sign up. That will get you logged into the October 23rd afternoon seminar. We're going to have a fashion show that E7 is going to put on that I'm really excited about for males and females, but primarily focused around females. It's my wife's company. She loves fashion design, so I think you're really going to love the fashion show. And again, a t-shirt and a book will come to you as a result of that. So one of my key sponsors that has just come on is a group that I've come to really, really admire. And an old friend of mine, even though he's not old, we've known each other for over a decade, Tim Braun, and he's a part of Provault. And Provault has come on as a sponsor for Performance Under Pressure and that 23rd date. So Tim, welcome. And I want to share with them about you, but I want you mainly to share about Provault and why I'm excited about it.
Great. Thanks for having me, Terry.
Sure.
I'm really excited, an athlete in the past and always watched what I eat and worked out my entire life. So being involved with a product line like this is really fantastic.
Yeah.
Provault is a CBD line that is, natural and a performance line targeted really at athletes and people, weekend warriors, and, first responders, military members, people that, move around a lot and work a lot.
Yeah. So, and then one of the great things I like about it is that I've had some of the athletes that I work with, IndyCar driver James Hinchcliffe and others that have reoccurring issues as a race car driver. It could be, an elbow or a knee, just chafing from being in the car. It's very violent in the car, even though you're locked in tightly. And these products are safe for athletes and first responders, which is really critical, especially if you're being drug tested. So talk about that for just a little bit, because that's a huge selling point for me as I talk to first responders and athletes that I work with.
Sure. There's over 200 CBD brands, and people kind of take them hearing that CBD does different things. But the most important thing with our line is that we use CBD isolate, which isolates the CBD. So we have pure CBD and we don't have any THC. So you can be confident that if you are an athlete, college, professional, high school,
right,
first responder, military, anybody that can't take a chance at testing positive for THC, you can use our products without any fear of that happening.
Yeah, that's a huge point too, because again, there are a lot of people that I work with one-on-one, first responders, like I said, medical personnel, professional athletes, and that is a huge issue for them because, the last thing you want to do is try to use something to help you perform at higher levels. My whole program is called Performance Under Pressure, but if we can't do it safely, it's a problem. So I really love that fact. So tell me a little bit more about Provault and some of the products that you guys have just launched. I know COVID-19 has affected all of us through this year, even the launching of products that we've all been involved in. So share a little bit about what Provault is as a line.
Well, as I mentioned, there's 200 plus CBD lines, and we feel that we're very unique. One, with the 0% THC and using the CBD isolate. But the other thing is we've taken a unique 360-degree approach to sports and performance. And what that means is, we've got a little circle on our website that says protection, pain relief, and recovery. So we formulated our products to address all of those areas. And the other thing that's unique about our product is we're one of the only products in this category that is an OTC product, which means our products have the drug fact panel, We have, we produce our products in a certified facility, and we have active ingredients, menthol and camphor, that are, really do a great job on pain relief and cooling and helping with that area. So, and then go ahead, Terry.
No, I was going to say, and I have mine here.
And
So
that's the one I was just going to talk about.
okay, good, because I don't really know what all's in it. I mean, I can read a label, but it works,
Right.
and I think that's the great thing. I mean, I'm not as young as I used to be either. So whether it's a sore knee or an elbow, or just from basic working out and running, and sometimes just going up and down the steps,
Right.
things happen, and
Right.
I mean, I think it's phenomenal. And the people I've had use it love it as well, that have joint issues and just skin irritation. So look, I know it works. I'm a believer. I think it's fantastic. I just want you to share a little bit more about really what it is, like you just did, because I think those are the differentiators. When people hear a new product, or they don't know of the product, you have to know what it does and that it's safe. And I think those are two things at least we've covered.
Well, this is, it's really, an amazing product line. The delivery methods of the different products that we have is, great. That product you held up is really special because it's an anti-chafe glide.
Yes.
So if you're involved in running or any kind of repetitive motion where, your skin's rubbing against your clothing, you put that on, it moisturizes your skin, it protects you against chafing. You mentioned your NASCAR driver and, those types of things. So it solves those irritations. We have a muscle salve, we have muscle cream, we've got bath salts. And then, my personal favorite is we've got a dry spray. And,
Yes.
Can
you show me that?
Same age, what?
Do you have that one?
I've got that one right here.
Okay.
Just used it again this morning on my knee. But it's a dry spray, and it goes on and dries quickly. Gotcha. And what's really interesting about our products is, you grew up in the same era I did and played sports, and I played baseball, so I always had a sore arm, so from throwing, and you'd rub the Bengay on there, right?
Right. Remember,
everybody knew you had it on because they could smell it all day long.
Right.
Well, what's interesting about ours is that we've got, menthol and camphor in there, which is really the two ingredients that produce that, smell that we're all used to smelling. But on this dry spray and even on our salves, you can smell it going on. But, people don't say, what are you wearing?
Right. I noticed that it kind of dissipates.
It dissipates really quick.
Yeah.
And I think the reason it does that is because your skin's absorbing it. And that's the other unique characteristic of our products, are pure quality ingredients. And we like to say, athletes really care about what they put into their body. Sure. So it's just as important as what they put onto your body, because your body absorbs that. So, we use these pure quality ingredients. We're gluten-free, vegan.
Yeah, which is great.
And paraben-free. And, we don't test on animals. The products are just amazing from a product ingredient standpoint. There's really nothing like them on the market right now.
Yeah, so, and I think it's really good, when, we know that, our skin stretched over our body is the largest organ that we have. I mean, it absorbs everything, whether it's water, just the moisture from the air, products that we put on, even deodorants and colognes and perfumes, and everything obviously is absorbed into our body. So you're right. It's really important because it's just as important as what you put in your body. As you mentioned, that's a big thing for athletes too. So where do people see this? I mean, where can they find out more about Provault?
You can see it at our website, provaultcbd.com.
And that's Provault.
Provault, P-R-O-V as in Victor, A-U-L-T, CBD.com.
Okay.
We've just launched the product really in the last month. Yes. So, we're working with retailers, and you should see it on retailer shelves probably the first quarter of the year. But in the meantime, best place to go is our website. One other thing, you mentioned COVID-19 and everything that's going on. Sure. Our product development team really came up with something awesome. We've got a hand and equipment sanitizer. No
Oh,
gym
yeah.
bag should be without this. And I know what people are saying, another hand sanitizers, there's a million of them out there. Well, like I was saying, all our products being unique, this one's especially unique because we use organic sugarcane alcohol.
Okay.
And what's different about that than like wood alcohol and what some of the other hand sanitizers use is organic sugarcane alcohol is actually a moisturizer.
Mm.
So it moisturizes your hands and, you know, the other ingredients that also help with your workout, and it sanitizes the equipment while you're working out as well without leaving a residue. So
Yeah, and that's like you said, in the world that we live in now. I mean, from the mask to the hand sanitizers to the, you know, distancing, you know, that we're all doing. It's all a new world that we're living in. So I agree, and I like the fact that it's the same product line. Because some
right,
of the things you buy off the shelf, I've had them. They smell like pure alcohol.
right,
It like you can spray it in the car, and I wash my hands off, and the whole car is like filled with this aroma. So again, that's, I think it's important that like you say, the chemicals that are there are the same things you're rubbing on your body and the lotions, which makes a big part of this. So, and again, it's safe, just like the other formulations you had mentioned, which is great.
right.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Tim, it was great to be with you today, and I'm excited about Provault and you guys coming on as a sponsor to Performance Under Pressure. And if you're viewing in, it's the October 23rd session that's going to be in the afternoon. You can sign up at E7, that's ESVYN.com, and you get a t-shirt, a book, and we're also going to give away a care package that Provault with Tim's access is going to allow us to give away, and I'm excited about that. It'll be a surprise care package, whatever that is. But I guarantee you're going to love it. So we're going to do a special drawing that day, probably right after the actual fashion show we're going to do. So please be my guest, Performance Under Pressure, October 23rd in the afternoon. Sign up at ESVYN.com. Tim Braun, you've been my guest today on Performance Under Pressure. Provault, thank you for being a part of this process. I look forward to some great things in the future and getting my own care package from you on top of this. I have some of the stuff you did before. Looking forward to the new one.
Great.
Thanks,
Thanks
Tim.
a lot, Terry. Thanks for
You're
having me.
welcome. Thank you.